I have to be really careful here as well, because they all have pole arms. They literally all have pole arms, so this is going to be super damaging if we allow them to. Going to tell my horse archers and my regular cavalry to charge in as well, and then we will be... actually not entirely sure what we'll be doing, but I have to be very careful about their thrusting, because if they thrust at the same time that I'm moving in, they are going to kill me. Hello and welcome back to the Ronin, and when we left off, we had a shocking discovery that the Vlandians had declared war against us, and again, I'm gonna say, I actually have no idea why they decided to do this, because it makes much more sense, at least in my opinion, for them to declare war against the Battanians. Now, of course, the Battanians have taken significant losses from the battles that we've been having with them, and they used to have about, I think, 17, 18,000 combat strength. We had about 15,000 at that point, and now we have diminished them so much down to 13,000, which I feel like has taken us quite a bit of time. However, Vlandia decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to be ganging up with the Battanians against the Tetsujin, which is exactly what has happened here. And you can see here that they actually have more combat strength than us by about 2,000. So if they both work together in a cohesive sort of formation, things are going to look pretty grim for us. But you can see here that we have Mr. Belgier here. He has 233 Vlandian sharpshooters. I am really not very pleased about this. However, he is running from me, so he does think that he is going to lose. So that's actually kind of interesting to me. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is I'm going to chase him a little bit, because what I'd like to do is gain some HP back. I literally just want to get about 90%, around 90% if I can. And then we're going to be doing something about that, hopefully. It seems like we're ransoming some people. Yeah, I absolutely love the Diplomacy Fixes mod, or at least I used to like it when it was still compatible with the version that I was using, because Diplomacy Fixes, basically what that would do... Oh, I don't want to fight at night, actually. Yeah, I don't want to fight at night, so I'm just going to wait. But yeah, anyway, Diplomacy Fixes, basically what that would do is when you had a prisoner, it would open up a dialogue menu, like a barter screen, with that faction. And then you'd basically go like, hey, how much do you want for this guy? You know, and then you would have to kind of barter for the amount of prisoners that you had in your prisoner's hold against how much money they were willing to spend. And if you had the everything has a price perk, which is the most advanced skill that you can get in the trade tree, then you're going to have a great time, because what you can do is you can literally leverage vassals and fiefs in the same barter screen with Diplomacy Fixes. And I know that someone actually did mention relatively recently that there is an updated version of Diplomacy Fixes. Obviously, I'm not going to be using it for this particular series, but it is really good to know that maybe someone has picked up the reins and is actually doing something with the source code, because I personally feel like Diplomacy Fixes was one of the best mods out there, just purely for the fact that it opens up so many different ways that you can deal with prisoners, and that is, in my opinion, one of the weaknesses of Bannerlord at the moment, because if you can't execute people because it causes game instability, at least that's what's happening for me, and you can't really keep people prisoner for that long unless you know, download Bannerlord tweaks and you change how long they are actually taken prisoner. And I don't really want to set it for too long, because I feel like that might be a little bit too imbalanced. You know, I like to keep it a little bit fair for the AI, even though they are technically AI. I don't really care whether it's fair for them, to be honest, but I don't really want to make it so that I have the ability to keep, you know, these vassals prisoner for, like, I don't know, 300 days or something. that would be way too much, right? That would be way too much. So yeah, that's the reason why Diplomacy Fixes was so cool, because what you could do is, if you didn't agree on a particular price, then you don't have to accept it, and you could keep them as a prisoner. So it kind of gave you that option, you know, it's player choice. I feel like Mount and Blade has always been a game that has prioritized player choice in almost every aspect. And that's indeed true even outside of the game, if you think about it, because just think about how much freedom the modding community has been given to do what they want with it. I've seen so many amazing creations come out of the modding community. There's even, literally, there was a mod, I don't think I can remember the name of it now, but it's in my special features playlist if you want to check that out somewhere. But it is a mod which is basically, it's kind of like playing Age of Empires in Mount and Blade, if you can believe that. So you construct buildings, and then with those buildings you can do a variety of different things, like you can construct additional troops, you can upgrade them, you can gain resources, you can send out workers to do various things like gather resources and repair stuff and all that. It's really amazing actually what they were capable of doing, and I'm actually kind of mad at myself that I can't remember the name of it at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that. These guys are actually kind of deadly, so I should be a little bit careful about dealing with them. As you can see right here, these fellows really are going to be a little bit, yes, as you can see, they are capable of stopping me, and obviously the enemy has a massive amount of very, very good cavalry. That's what you'd expect from the Vlandians, of course, so I should be a little bit careful when dealing with them. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. But yeah, there are just so many different ways that player choice and player customization has been, well, basically heralded as the #1 priority for a warband, at least. I mean, obviously Bannerlord at the moment is still in development, so of course there's not really, I can't really say anything about that just yet, because they're still working on it, and the modding community is having to update their mods every single time there's an update to the game and so on. But generally, I absolutely love where the game is going. I think that the way that they have fixed a lot of the problems, I'm going to actually tell my infantry to charge in now, because there seems to be only Vlandian sharpshooters remaining. We need to get these guys charging in here as soon as possible. Let's get our cavalry charging in as well, because otherwise we are just going to take way too much damage from all of their crossbows, and I'm going to try and deal as much damage as I can. I haven't been very good with my polearm recently. It's probably because I've been doing way too many sieges, and I feel like I've become a bit rusty when it comes to using that. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful here. Here we go. There we are. Nice. There we are. Oh, no. Oh, I missed. Really? I only got 24 damage? Well, that's kind of interesting. Okay, well, whatever the case, it must have been my horse charging, actually, that was the damage that was coming out there. All right, yeah, we've got to be a bit careful here, because I'm now just about almost ready to die. We really don't want to die, thank you. Let's just try and take out some of the outlying cavalry troops. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Very nice. Yeah, now this is also a bit of a problem. The Vlandians do tend to spread out quite a bit, and they are now causing a rather worthwhile distraction for my infantry. And a lot of people that are trying to run back to reinforce us are not actually helping us at all, because they are taking so long to get here because of the distraction that the enemy's cavalry is causing. So that's obviously a bit of a problem as well. Let's see if I can catch up to this fellow. My pure blood horse is just absolutely running this guy down. Look at that. That was fantastic. That's a Banner Knight, by the way. Banner Knights are the noble unit, the elite unit, shall we say, of the Vlandians. And they are very, very good at what they do. They have great stats. They're really fast, but thankfully we're faster. Yeah, we are actually faster, if you can believe it. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, to be honest, when I was actually catching up with that guy. I was thinking to myself, wow, we are actually quite fast. That's pretty good. Anyway, we're hopefully going to be done here relatively soon, and then we'll be able to head on. But this is obviously one of those testing environments that we're really going to need to participate in to really see what's going to happen in the future, because the Vlandians, of course, as we've seen, some of their armies have even more Vlandian sharpshooters than this one. Just think about it. This one has about 300 plus sharpshooters in its composition. And if we are going to fight another army similar to this, but with many more units in between us and them, you could probably say goodnight to me. You could probably say goodnight, and my army would probably be defeated. But as it stands right now, we seem to actually be doing alright. I'm going to tell my archers to charge in now so that they can get within effective range if they need to. And hopefully I'm not going to get killed. Nice. Doing a little bit of damage here, and interrupting the enemy as well with my mount is always worthwhile, because especially with crossbowmen, it takes them a little bit of time to re-aim and all that stuff. Nice. Take out those vanguards. Yeah, the vanguards also are extremely prevalent in this fellow's army. So yeah, this is going to be pretty harsh. Let's actually just take... Yeah, as I thought. We've taken 55 casualties, when generally, if we were to fight a Battanian army of around this size, we wouldn't take more than 20 in my opinion. So you can see just how much the Vlandians have been stockpiling very high tier units. They've been training hard, and they've been getting all of their forces ready for this particular assault. And I'm still shocked, to be honest. I am still shocked, because I never would have expected the Vlandians to declare war on us in comparison to the Battanians. The Battanians have taken a number of the Vlandians' fiefs, and the only fief that I have down there in Vlandian territory, or near to Vlandian territory, is Sargot, and that's it. And so that's why I'm very surprised that they decided to go this way with their first aggressive action in what could only be considered how many years? How many years has it actually been? It's been a long time since we've seen the Vlandians do anything at all. So it is very interesting to me to see that. All right. Now here's the thing. I'm actually not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here now, because I've taken Belgier prisoner, you see, and I would love to be able to execute him, because this is one of the richest, best vassals. Really? Wait a minute. Am I getting mixed up? Yes, I think I might be. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to be executing him, even though he is the clan leader. Bear in mind that I did say that I was going to execute clan leaders, but unfortunately, as I said before, I have some kind of weird issue with game instability if I execute people, and I don't really want to chance it to literally just, you know, execute some random tier 4 clan leader. It doesn't seem worth it to me. So if I do start getting huge amounts of crashes or something like that, then it just wouldn't be worth it. I mean, generally, it wouldn't be worth it in the grand scheme of things anyway. I don't really want to receive crash after crash just for the sake of executing one guy. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, we're going to be moving on. We've taken a little bit of loot there. Bear in mind, I have 5,000 incapacity still remaining. Well, I wasn't expecting that. That's actually really bad. I'm laughing, but I should be crying, probably. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That is actually extremely bad. Okay, let me actually just take a quick look here. Byron is 42. And who does he have in his clan? He has all these guys. Well, there's no one here that's super young, right? This guy's 44. Nogand is 44 as well. Keelam is 49. Robrick, yeah, Robrick's 32, so I could take over as him. And this guy's 39. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to find another wife. I feel like I'm super cutthroat for doing that, to be honest. I'm not sure. I feel a little bit bad about doing that. Okay, no Tetsujin. Right. Okay, not married. Where do I see that? There we go, not married. Alright, so these are all not married, so I just need to find someone that's really good at combat. That's pretty much all I really want to do. She's not particularly good at combat. No. These are all not married? That's really surprising to me. I'm actually kind of weirded out by that. Oh, she's a vassal of the Azerai, but she has negative 42 relation with us. So there's no way that she would be really wanting to marry us. That is for sure. Oh, negative 100 relation. Oh, how fantastic. I'm pretty sure none of these people are going to want to marry me. Let's face it. Yeah, it is highly unlikely. Okay, so I have no idea. I mean, let me actually just see if I can maybe find someone from the... Aha! Oh no, she's 47. Okay, that's not going to work, because we really do need some children. Oh, look, ex-spouse? What? Ex? Wait a minute. How does that work? That's interesting. I've never seen that before. That's actually very cool. Okay, so wait a minute. Who is he married to now? Who is this guy married to? This one. Oh, what? That's amazing. Okay, so you can actually force vassals to like leave each other and stuff like that. That's really interesting. I think someone actually already said that in the comments, so I do appreciate you letting me know, but I had never seen it in game before, so until now, that's actually really quite amazing. All right, I'm going to continue to look for Tetsujin oriented names. Yumiko, 48. No, that's not going to work either. She needs to be, I think, under 40. I'm not entirely sure what the game believes is the right age for children. I think I might be a bit late, actually. I mean, I could try to chase after an 18-year-old, but I feel like that's a little bit iffy. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit iffy, and I mean, they're obviously going to be able to have children, but their stats are absolutely awful, so I'm not entirely sure. Oh dear. Well, this is actually awful. This is... Oh, wait. We found someone with positive relation. And she's 24. Fantastic. Okay. Where is she? She was last seen at Iacus. Okay, that's actually way too far away for me right now. Okay, so she is definitely going to be... Add to bookmarks? Oh, look at that. I can actually add her to the bookmark. Okay, fantastic. All right. So... At least now we found a potential new spouse for us, but I gotta say, I'm really disappointed, to be honest. I'm really disappointed that we had such a short time with Chieko, and she was not able, well, shall we say, we were not able to conceive anything right there. So that's actually kind of sad, because I think that we'd been running around for quite some time. And I don't know, maybe Byron can't have children. I don't know, maybe he's just not able to do that. I really have no clue. But we'll see what happens here. These guys are going to be besieging Cranarok Castle. That is to be expected, of course. I will try to take Mazhadan Castle, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to just try and get some trebuchets up. Maybe we can kind of try and distract them from attacking that place over there, but I don't really want to fight an army that is almost 1,000 strong. I feel like that's a little bit too much for my liking. Oh, hello there. Yeah, that's another one. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, these guys are literally going to have nothing. I mean, as you can quite clearly tell, their army composition is basically filled with random amalgamations of units. Really nothing... Nothing to write home about there, and I'm actually going to be auto-resolving this. We're going to lose 24 units, but that's really not that big a deal. As I've said before, if I can get an auto-resolve and prevent myself from being ambushed, like I was just about to, then I will definitely do that. Let's just wait here for some time. Macedon Castle is going to be someone else. Give it to this guy. I'll give it to this guy. Why not? Why not? Okay, someone also mentioned, by the way, in the diplomacy screen, I can force through a peace agreement. I actually had no idea that I could do this. I thought that I would need support to be able to do that. But I don't want to do this, because I am going to have to pay the Vlandians. Look at this. I have to pay the Vlandians 1,100. I'm not a big fan of that. So, I would like to make them pay a little bit more. Well, figuratively and literally, if at all possible. So I'm basically just going to leave it for the moment. There's Ospier's army. They've taken Cranarok Castle, of course. And where is he heading to now? Is he going to try and take Epicrotia? If he tries to take Epicrotia, I will be livid. Absolutely livid. You hear me, Ospier? Nah, he doesn't hear me. He's putting his fingers in his ears and he's going la 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 because he doesn't want to hear me. But, you know, point is, we are definitely going to be chasing him down in just a second. And I will make him listen. Oh, yes. I will definitely do that. Anyway, let's just see. I've got some people that I need to level up. So let me do that in just a quick second. Here we go. And we do have... yeah, we need war horses for these guys. So I'm actually going to be leveling up the horse archers. The elite units, shall we say. Anytime I can get my hands on some tier 6 units that need war horses, then yeah, give me those. You know, they are going to be absolutely fantastic. Most of these Battanians I'm not going to be taking because I don't want to use Battanian units in my army, so I don't really want to try and convert them as prisoners to my side, which is a little bit, shall we say, counterintuitive, because on the one hand, it would probably be a good idea for me to do that, because it's going to obviously give us much more in the way of fighting strength. But I don't really want to do that because it's, again, Battanian units, and I don't really want to use Battanians. So, yeah, we're just going to have to deal with what we've got, and then we'll see what we can do a little bit later on. And I'm very much hoping that some of our garrisons might have some decent units in there right now. Also, we are going to need to defend Epicrotia, which has been besieged. Epicrotia? What? Why are you even trying this? Look at this. We have 669 here. There's no way. Yeah, as you can see, he's actually stopping that immediately. And he is wanting to besiege Mekalovia Castle now, which is not going to work because I am right here. And you can see here that the garrison is still extremely weak. I don't know why that is. My improved garrisons should be working over there, but apparently it's not. Okay, so he's trying to besiege that. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay, yeah, he's wanting to attack, who's that? Chagun, Chagun, okay, not entirely sure who that is. Hopefully he's not going to get caught. No, he's not getting caught, thank you. But yeah, we seem to be pretty much ready for a fight at any time now, because we are basically full HP. I would like to go into Epicrotia if at all possible. Look at how much money we're getting right now. I have no idea why we're getting that much money. I assume it is because of the prisoners that we've been selling and indeed capturing, because my party members are able to sell those, and we're gaining so much money from that. Oh, yeah, we're also gaining money from the various prisoners that we've taken as well, like the vassals and things like that. Let me actually just go in here real quick. As you can see, look at this. They're offloading all those prisoners and, of course, the vassals that we have taken prisoner in the time that we've been fighting the Battanians and the Vlandians. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what I should do right now, because on the one hand, I would very much like to fight this particular band of Vlandians, but on the other hand, I don't really want to, because as you can see, they have over 300 sharpshooters, and we saw what happened last time. I sustained some pretty heavy casualties, and while we were able to achieve a victory, they were 400 less units in that army. You got to bear that in mind. They had 400 less units in comparison to what we have right now, which is obviously a disparity of only about 100, which is, well, quite frankly, not enough in my opinion. I feel like we would probably end up losing triple or maybe even quadruple the amount of units that we lost before, and that is going to cripple our army quite significantly, maybe too significantly for me to be able to do anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically, yes, here we go. That's absolutely fantastic. I was just about to cut away actually, because what I wanted to do, no, you're not going to get me. I'm sorry. Are you? No. Come on, get away from them. Oh, that is so bad. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay. Well, actually, it's maybe not even that bad, because they did lose Ospia himself, and you can see here that he himself had 42 vanguards, so that was obviously contributing quite a bit of combat strength. But this is not what I wanted. I really wanted to try and stay at an arm's length and keep them at an arm's length, but unfortunately, because we are in the forest, it slowed me down significantly enough that I was now caught. So this is going to be very bad indeed. Yeah. Okay, so let me actually just take a quick look here. Can reload any crossbow on horseback. That sounds like a really fun idea. But what is the other one? When you have a crossbow equipped, you take 10% less damage from ranged attacks. That's actually kind of amazing. I feel like that is a much more useful perk to have. But this just gives you so much utility when you're actually in a field battle. So I'm going to be taking the mounted crossbow thing. Hopefully it's going to be working, because I actually have no idea whether it's going to be working or not, because I haven't checked Bannerlord perks about this particular perk, but I think it is implemented. Let me actually just take a quick look. I'm going to This is one of my... I feel like the battlefield's pretty decent. It's quite balanced. And the enemy is more than likely going to be going to either the left or the right tree line, and they're just going to stay in there, and then, you know, they're going to do the standard sort of thing that the AI tends to do. Anyway, I'm going to try and see if I can maybe... Wow, I really am terrible at shooting this on horseback. Look at my crosshair. It's absolutely awful. Oh yes, I can reload. Wow, that's fantastic. That is actually super nice. I feel like that is super, super fun. Okay, yeah, so we're otherwise just going to be moving my cavalry over here. My guys can go into a shield wall. I actually did not realize that these fellows were going to be charging at us so incredibly fast. But they did. Let's try and eliminate this guy. Yeah, there we go. Just swing above the heads of our archers right there. Try and take them out. And they're being led, actually. They're being led by a bunch of vassals. So if I can kill the vassals, that's going to deal so much morale damage that they're really not going to have much answer to that. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah, no. Almost. Okay, I have to be really careful here as well, because they all have pole arms. They literally all have pole arms, so this is going to be super damaging if we allow them to. Going to tell my horse archers and my regular cavalry to charge in as well. And then we will be... actually not entirely sure what we'll be doing, but I have to be very careful about their thrusting, because if they thrust at the same time that I'm moving in, they are going to kill me. That is just the way of things. That is just the way that they do it. Okay, there we go. Ah, a little bit out of range right there. Thank you. Hello, tree. Thank you for stopping me. I very much appreciate that. Very good. Okay, what about this guy? Nice. He lowered his shield just in time for that slash. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, now I'm going to move my infantry a little bit closer. And we're going to move my archers onto the little hill over there, because no doubt, as you can quite clearly tell, my archers are having a slight difficulty shooting at the enemy because my infantry is in the way. I mean, I do know that, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get your forces into a good position, especially when the battlefield is this flat in the center. So let's just get our archers up there. My infantry is moving a little bit too slowly for my liking, but they are in shield wall, so of course they are going to move slowly. Let's try and be a bit careful about these guys. Nice, take out that sergeant. Okay, yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. Let's tell my infantry to charge in now. And we'll tell the archers to move a little bit closer, just a little bit, so that they can get slight flanks on the opponent. As you can see, they're actually running now because of the morale damage that we've dealt so far. Just look at all of the killing sprees that are currently going on. It is fantastic. That is also something that contributes to morale damage. No. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I am a friend. I am a friend. Just let me use my polearm to go slashy. Thank you very much. I would appreciate that. Next thing I know, I'm going to get absolutely murdered by some polearm in the face. That is probably my destiny, to be honest, at this point. Okay, wait a minute. What is going on here? We have a little bit of a Mortal Kombat situation going on. So, should I say, get over here, or something along those lines? Because that's a reference. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, they're actually... Oh, they might... Oh, you know what? You know what they're doing? They are pulling us into their reinforcement zone. That is clever. That is very, very clever. Okay, I'm going to pull my units back, and we're just going to consolidate ourselves. Going to pull my cavalry back and my horse archers back, and we're just going to... Oh! Oh. Well. They just ran. They just ran away. And we lost... What? We lost 5... Okay. Question. How did we lose 50 units, which is 10 times the amount of people, against the other army that we did beforehand, which was much, much smaller? It could be because of the battlefield? I mean, I've always said that battlefields are very much a factor, like a big factor about what is going to happen. in a fight. And because we took advantage of the environmental advantages that we had, I mean, you know, took advantage of the environmental advantages because it gives us an advantage. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, never mind. Let's just move swiftly on. Thank you. let's not dwell on the fact that I said that most idiotic thing. Okay, so now let's move on. And yeah, we actually gained a huge amount of prisoners too. So my people are going to be able to sell those for a massive amount. Aldrich died. Yes. Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for right there. Having Aldrich die in that battle is a pretty big swing of power. Because Aldrich, I don't know whether you realize, but Aldrich is actually someone that is a very prominent member of the Vlandians. He was the leader of this clan right here. And you can see here that they are actually in control of Praven. As you can see, he's no longer the head of this particular clan, and he's taken over. This guy has taken over. And he's literally... Oh, he's 45. He looks a lot younger than 45. But yeah, he's 45. And yeah, we don't have to worry about him so much, I don't think. Now, they took Mazadaan Castle back. Who took that back? This army right here? Yeah, I assume Urich's army took this back. So I'm actually going to be going and attacking him, to be honest. Let's just go and attack him straight up. Boom. We're just going to attack him. And we're going to see what we can do. So I'm literally just going to try and just take out these large armies. Because I have grown a bit tired, you know. I've grown a bit tired of seeing these armies and being just met by fearsome opponents all over the place every single time we step out our front door. That's pretty much what's going on here. And I really don't want that to happen any longer. So, I mean, obviously it's going to continue happening, but we just need to try and quell them a little bit. You know, just crush them as much as we possibly can. That would be the most advantageous thing for us to do. I'm going to tell my archers to go into a loose formation because we have quite a few of them on the battlefield. Should have done that beforehand, but, you know, sometimes I forget about these things. And otherwise, let's do some damage. There we go. I'm going to try and eliminate some of the enemy vassals if I can. Ow. Did not really want that to happen. Thank you. Okay, now where are the opponents? Ah, there they are. They're right there. Really? Are you serious? Okay, that's actually hilarious. I don't know why they're doing this. This is actually super bad for them. Okay, I'm going to get out my crossbow as well. Can't believe I didn't use my crossbow at all in that particular fight as well. I was just so preoccupied with trying to win, I guess. Okay, so now I can actually use this to good effect, and we can maybe get 175 riding skill. Nice. Wow, it's actually good. It's actually really good to do this. Unfortunately, I'm not really hitting much because the crosshair is so incredibly large. I'm actually kind of surprised that it's so large. But there you go. Can't really do much about it. Okay, so let's just tell these guys to come this way. We're going to tell them to go into shield wall. My archers can go onto the top of that little hill there. And my cavalry and my horse archers can just charge straight on in. I should really go back to my crossbow. Really should go back to my polearm right here. Because I am going to want to eliminate some of these guys. Nice. And where's the other one? Did you see him? Do you see where he went? Ah, maybe over here? I'm trying to see where the vassals are, but they're kind of difficult to kind of pin down. Ah, that's one. Yeah, there we go. Got him. Nice. That's what we want to see. Okay, let's tell my infantry to charge in as well, because we are right upon them right here. It just makes so much sense to do that. Okay, my cavalry's coming in. Perfect. And we should put these guys a little bit closer. Okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I mean, look at what we're able to do here. We are just completely crushing them. Ow. Yeah, that was not particularly good. Okay, I'm just gonna try and shoot this guy. Oh, I actually hit some. Oh, never mind. I hit the horse. Yeah, that's not really what I wanted, to be honest. That's not really what I wanted. I would like to level up my my crossbow skill a little bit more, but unfortunately, the crosshair is just so unwieldy, I guess you could call it. It's really difficult to use, but Oh, what? Did you see that? I just gained 2,600 experience in riding skill. Wow, it's because I was riding at such a fast pace. Oh, look at that. I just hit one of my own mounted fire archers. What a great thing I just did. Fantastic. I'm sure they are thanking me 1,000 times over for that. Look at that, 7,000 riding skill. Wow. All right. Yeah, so that's definitely the reason why one might want to get this particular perk, or basically any of the perks that allow you to use the more powerful bows on horseback, because it just literally pays you so many dividends just to do that. Like, I don't even understand how that is so incredibly useful. Wow. I mean, apart from the fact that you are giving yourself additional utility for your character, but it is also giving you so many more ways to level up and to gain experience in riding skill. Because if I... let me actually just try using my polearm here. No, not like that, thank you. Not like that. Okay, no, not like that either. Ugh. You know, whenever I want to see something and whenever I want to test it, it never works. Okay, there we go. Yeah, look at that. 160 riding skill. That's it. 160 experience to riding, which is absolutely, basically, negligible. You know, it's not really that impactful. But the crossbow, on the other hand, that's insane, the amount of riding skill that you get. That is actually kind of amazing. Okay, so yeah, like for example, let me see if I can replicate it. This is obviously kind of luck as well, because my crosshair is so large that it doesn't really work as I intend most of the time. But if I can hit someone, it's going to give me massive skill if I'm riding at a decent pace. Oh, I now have no more ammo. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, well, never mind. You saw, right? You saw the amount of experience I got there. 6,000 or 7,000 or something like that in riding skill. That's just... wow. That's pretty crazy. No wonder the original Byron, the one that was, you know, the star of the Crusade Khanate series, no wonder he was able to get 300 riding skill or something along those lines. I think he had a pretty insane amount. But then again, he did live very long. He was extremely old by the time the series was over. He was like over 80, I believe, maybe even 90. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, anyway, there you go. That's a wonderful victory for us. I am actually very surprised. Oh yeah, I was expecting that. Okay, yeah, I was definitely expecting that we were going to take some more significant casualties than last time, because I personally feel like the way that these enemies played their strategy, it was much better. They kept back. They were basically standing within their reinforcement zone, and that is basically half the battle won for them at that point, because their reinforcements can immediately come in and deal damage to our wounded forces. And our forces are going to take so long to get back to the front lines and so on and so forth. So yeah, generally it is going to obviously swing in their favor in that way. But otherwise, that's actually a fantastic thing that we just did, because now look at this. They have lost so much combat strength. Look at the Vlandians. The Vlandians have lost massive combat strength as well. This is fantastic. What I would like to do is I would like to concentrate on taking some Vlandian fiefs. I know someone said that we should go into Vlandian territory and try and take some of their fiefs, and I agree. So I think in the next episode we are going to be launching an invasion deep into Vlandian territory, and I'm thinking we're going to launch from Sargot and potentially try and take these two towns right here. We'll see what happens with that, of course, because the Britanians can still kind of interfere in that action. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.